Inkjets can take here. But I think that the backliner block war is probably going to be difficult to push out of place on this map. Okay, they are coming out with a backliner on the side of Inkjet Inc. So some very interesting composition coming out on both sides here. Actually, the Galuga's coming out for Inkjet Inc. Or for Healthy Diet Food Groups, just as we were expecting, and some a nice mix of the kind of typical mid-range and support weapons that we see coming out from Inkjet Inc. A quick armor is probably going to push the zone inside to the side of a Healthy Diet Food Groups here, but really without any picks, this isn't really going anywhere. A couple members go down on the side of Healthy Diet Food Groups, and it looks like they're going to have to back off. Very nice pick from Azelf, getting one of the members who was hiding inside the Booyah Bomb, and this is probably going to let the momentum swing back in Healthy Diet Food Groups' favor, as that armor is going to give them back some momentum.
All right, look, Inkjet Inc., you can't be named that and also not have a single Inkjet in your composition. I'm sorry, that's just not allowed. Can I deduct some penalty points there or something? As an Inkjet was popped by Janora, was not able to get any picks, but some nice fall-off damage and a burst bomb combination. Gonna go ahead and take care of Miner there as we start to see Healthy Diet Food Groups push on forward. You mentioned the Galugas. I'm watching Krim here to see exactly what he does moving on forward. We know that Galugas are one of Krim's picks here, kind of a niche pick, but we'll see exactly. You'll notice that mobility is proving to be a little bit of a nuisance here for Inkjet Inc. Booyah Bomb's going to get thrown onto zone. By the way, 28 ticks of the timer here left to go, and they're finally going to get the cap here, stalling for a little bit more time, but there's the Inkjet coming in yet again from Janora. 2-on situation for actually both teams here. 2v2 in the middle of the map. Miner goes down to the nice Inkjet shot there at the end. Now 1v1 on this side of the map. I don't know who's going to come out on top. Janora trying to swim away now. Again, playing around this box, ring around the rosy, and the bomb is going to take care of business there. Actually, that was the assist. I think another teammate came on over to clean up there. But Healthy Diet Food Groups maintains control of the zone. They're going to continue moving on forward. Again, Krim positioned here on this plat is going to be even more of a nuisance, shutting down a potential far-right push.
Yeah, Galuga really kind of fulfills the same sort of role as 96 Gal, which I think has seen a little bit more popularity recently as well. With that splash wall, they toss the wall, they get up there, try and get those quick picks and get out. But Inkjet Inc. coming in with some momentum here, not able to really kill too many members of Healthy Diet Food Groups, which means they're going to have a lot of specials online for their push back in, and I'm expecting a lot of momentum coming back to push Inkjet Inc. out of place here. But Rio trying to get into the base, gets one pick, gets two picks, just as the armor goes away. Can't get the third just yet. It looks like the Galugas gets away. They do get the third finally, as the rest of Inkjet Inc. comes in to support that kill. But yeah, and it looks like Healthy Diet Food Groups is left with just one special on the board. Two specials now. The armor comes out. They have Bomb Rush, and Inkjet actually coming out as well. A bunch of specials coming in. One member going down on the side of Healthy Diet Food Groups. They're not able to really dislodge any of the members of Inkjet Inc. Wolfie just holding that ground. That Booyah Bomb is going to seal the deal, and Inkjet Inc. will take game one.
Wow. Okay, so a couple of different things to comment there on in that game. First of all, when Inkjet Inc. first took control of the zone, you noticed that they were starting to make defensive positioning. Then that was actually off of a 3-down situation. So Inkjet Inc. was able to move on forward. But then just after that, Rio popped those 10 missiles, knew exactly where those members of Healthy Diet Food Groups are, noticed that they were clustered together, and then pushed them, which is something that I don't think Inkjet Inc. was expecting at all. And that's exactly the kind of element of surprise sometimes that you need to expect to try to get your teams, or you don't need to expect, but you want to see actually, if you're trying to get your team an advantage here moving on forward, because again, that reset the timer on when Healthy Diet Food Groups could come back in. They had their specials, and all the meantime, Inkjet Inc. was able to take even more control of the side of the map of Healthy Diet Food Groups. Healthy Diet Food Groups had no choice but to try to pop all of those specials to get back in to try to contest the zone. That special push wasn't to try to get into the zone. That special push was to try to get in a position where they could get to the zone. And that's one of those positions that is so scary to be in if you're on that side that's popping those specials just to try to take a stab at that, especially when you're running out of time at the end of the game. Well done to Inkjet Inc. to capitalize off of those plays. Especially well done there to Rio.
Yeah, absolutely. There was a very, very big push into the enemy base. I feel like you were saying, they were just they were using their specials to try and get to somewhere where they could push in. I think that that's not necessarily something they had to do without any, without like any Inkjet coming out from the side of Inkjet Inc. I think that they should have been able to push over into that top left, like that snipe area above the plat. That would have given them some space where they could really drop on like the heavy. They didn't have any quick kill time, surprise around a corner kills on the side of Inkjet Inc. Despite the name. So I think that perhaps just finding some more advantageous positions to push in from might be very helpful this game for them.
We'll have to see exactly where this comes in as we go back to Manta Maria. Again, one of those maps that is perhaps only going to be decided by like 2 or 3 team fights that can potentially come completely through your 100-point timer. Rio already looking for this flank on the K shot. One goes down for LD Food Groups and is going to get caught out there by the Bamboozler, as that's Flopper that's going to go ahead and move on forward. Gets the double, looking for the second, but does go down. Miner is sitting there back on this side of the zone. You'll notice again, Manta Maria, none of these zones have been completely capped. And of course, as I say that, it's Inkjet Inc. that's going to be able to do just that. But again, very highly contested here. If you look at the paint that is around this area, looks like they're going to try to group for a little bit of pincer attack. It's a trade there for both teams. 2-down situation for Inkjet Inc. that could allow Healthy Diet Food Groups to come back in. Not if Miner has anything to say about it, using the range of the custom release squelchers to take out Grim there, something that the CDS is very prominently known for.
Yeah, some very nice turf control play coming up from Miner here. We saw them just kind of manning that zone over on the right side, watching the left, watching the right, just the sides of the mast, and we're able to get the pick on the bucket because of it. That's the kind of situation where if you just try and push down like on ground level to the zone, you're not going to be able to get past something like CDS, which just has a very consistent fire type. Double bomb kill coming out from Azelfon the Junior there, and they're going to be able to recap zone for Healthy Diet Food Groups. But yeah, like I was saying, the basically taking the mast is a very useful part of this map. You can get up onto the mast. People on the ground level can't keep an eye on both what's above them and below them at the same time. This Junior is going to be able to really just hold the zone down here, but unfortunately, Healthy Diet Food Groups is really just getting backed up little by little. This Missiles is probably going to push them out of the zone and give the recap back to Inkjet Inc., as really they're just forced back into the street. The double rain is going to spell the end of that hold for Healthy Diet Food Groups, and Inkjet Inc. will recap.
Yeah, Inkjet Inc. takes care of the recap there, and they're hopefully going to be looking to try to win this in, again, another 1 or 2, engagements here as we start to see Rio move on forward. We've seen this aggressive offensive pressure before coming in from Inkjet Inc. We'll see if they can capitalize yet again, as now Krim spots that flanker, but is going to go down, I think, or at least pressured off. You'll notice how far forward Inkjet Inc. is currently pushed. They're going to take the lead, but it is going to Rio is going to get taken out by Blopper. That's a 3-down situation actually for Inkjet Inc. because Healthy Diet Food Group's going to start to move forward. They're going to pop all their specials, try to make sure this last member is not here, and take back control of both of these zones, but not for long, as it's a 2-down situation. Wolfie's going to start to move forward on this ball point, which we haven't really talked much about. Gets one pick there onto Genora, and yet again, control going back over to Inkjet Inc.
Yeah, we haven't seen ballpoint actually in quite a while, but if there's anywhere that's ballpoint territory, this is ballpoint territory up here on that mast. No one's going to be able to beat you in a strafe battle around that corner there. So much running speed from coming out from that ballpoint. They're going to be able to really get that triple there actually, as what? I think that looked like a DC. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Junior over on Healthy Diet Food Groups, Azelf seems to have DC'd, but
I think it's too late. I meant to look at the DC rules for this tournament.
I think even if there are DC rules, I don't think score this low would really allow for a DC anyways, but that's unfortunate, as Inkjet Inc. is going to be taking this game and potentially the set. I'm not sure.
DC is not granted if the opponent's team score has passed 50, and that was definitely past 50. I don't know if maybe a gentleman's will be given. We'll have to see, but I imagine Inkjet Inc. could potentially take this. And to be fair, they were also in large control there, right, when that DC happened. Even as we were looking at that, thinking that they were already down to 25 points to go or something to that effect, especially on Manta Maria, where it's difficult to get back into the zone. We'll have to see exactly. Again, I just think that they had pretty decent control of that regardless. DC or not there, unfortunately, for Healthy Diet Food Groups. I'll have to see. It looks like it's already been put into the bracket. So it has been a 2-0 for Inkjet Inc. as they will move on forward here in the tournament. They're going up against Dream next. So we mentioned that a little bit ago. Other results so far is that PSPS beat Requiem in a 2-0 manner. So Requiem will fall. Of course, that team goes up against Grau Grau now. BLLQ beat Conton 2-0, so they'll be moving on as well. Our